sound angry and hate-filled because wrestling is terrible and WrestleMania is terrible.
Alright, so we're not doing the Mania theme. It's been decided.
Well, you've already started recording and we didn't sing, so...
Correct. We weren't sure if we did the Mania theme for the preview and the review.
Just one
or
of those
just
days where you don't want to wake up.
Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off.
That's the WrestleMania theme.
Break Stuff? I would love it if Break Stuff was... Break Stuff was
Well,
unironically a great song.
It was Crack Addict. You got to see that live, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, motherfucking Crack Addict!
I have accidentally seen Limp Bizkit live.
Yeah, and Kid Rock.
And Kid Rock.
On the same WrestleMania.
Yep.
Lucky
I've
boy.
seen Kid Rock twice.
What was the other one? When you saw him in concert.
Raw in May 2000, which was the return, like the debut of Biker Undertaker.
Ah.
Where that goddamn song was played no less than 17 times.
Yeah.
Both live and on tape.
I remember going to a house show. No. Yeah, house show. Was there a house show around then? I think there was, wasn't there?
I think probably.
In 2000?
In 2000? I think there was a house show in 2000.
Probably.
And-
I went to one in 01.
Yeah.
And I do remember that song being played, like, in between, like, during commercial breaks or between whatever, like, constantly.
Was the main event Jericho versus Austin?
I want to say it was Jericho and Benoit versus Austin and Regal.
Maybe that was it.
Huh.
Yeah, it was really good.
I remember Jerry Lynn versus Eddie Guerrero.
I remember...
I don't remember anything besides the name.
The only thing I remember is that Raw that was here, had Flair versus Goldberg on it.
Sick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, lucky you get to see Kid Rock and Limp Bizkit.
Pretty exciting.
The date today is October 3rd, 2019.
It's time for a timely WrestleMania review, which we...
It's December 31st.
It's December 31st,
Happy New
2020.
Year.
We are
Yeah,
currently...
We thought about doing it like 3 weeks ago, which still would have been late, but... Then
not the latest one we've ever done.
No, we did. We legit did one in August.
Yeah. So, as we are speaking currently...
That was just a fun, like, remember WrestleMania game.
And we couldn't, I remember.
No, we did a bad
just
job.
sort of were like, I feel like that match was bad.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure there'll be
Yeah.
some of that today.
It was a lot of going on.
Oh, there's going to be so much of that today.
What is this?
I like this character.
So,
the guy who remembered WrestleMania was bad.
currently, as we are sitting here, we are halfway through Money in the Bank.
Yeah, we are
pay-per-view.
watching Money in the Bank. Now, what we could have done was wait till Money in the Bank is over and then review Mania and Money in the Bank so the podcast is at least half current. But to you, our supportive fans, we refuse to put you through the review of 2 pay-per-views, so we will in fact not be reviewing Money in the Bank, and we'll only give you something not current.
We are at Charlotte versus Becky. So far, this pay-per-view has been nothing.
Yeah.
There was some fun botches, sort of bad stuff in the women's ladder.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Nothing else of significance has happened.
Miz and Shane was bad.
Yeah, it was really
Shane,
nothing.
Shane is 2-0 against Miz, which is pretty funny.
Yeah. Becky Lacey was whatever.
Yeah.
So far, Charlotte Becky's been whatever.
Miz is low-key the worst person in wrestling at executing wrestling moves.
That is true.
He's, like... I was saying, like, he's an okay worker. Like, I think he understands match structure enough, which is, I mean, I guess kind of the minimum requirement of a WrestleMania main eventer.
Yeah.
But, like, the wrestling moves he does, they're all bad. Like
they're all very basic, but they're very poorly
bad.
executed.
His punches are bad. I don't know why he ever started doing, like, the Danielson kicks, because they're embarrassing.
Well, it was because he was feuding with Danielson.
Yeah. But he still does them.
But he did them... He started doing them when there was no chance of Danielson ever wrestling again.
Yeah, because he was stealing his moves. If a guy retires, he takes moves.
I guess that's fair. But yeah, they were terrible. And then I remember people used to make excuses. No, he's doing him bad on purpose to, like, make fun of him. But then when he turned face, he was still bad at it.
Oh yeah, there's
So
people out
harder
there
to
who will
defend.
defend the Miz to the death, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, I don't like. He's fine at talking.
Yeah, you can like him for that, but don't sit there and tell me he's
Don't tell me he's a good wrestler.
Yeah. I think he's afraid to get hurt.
He is. No, when, like, the thing that started it between Danielson and him, like, the Danielson shoot comments were shoot comments. He's like, Miz, you're a coward in the ring.
Yeah.
And Miz was like, well, at least I don't get hurt. And Danielson's like, yeah, and you'll never have a good match. So, who wins? Well, I guess the guy who doesn't have the swollen brain. But
that's true.
Let's not split hairs.
Yeah. All right. So,
also, this isn't a Nitro podcast. If anyone's wondering, we'll do it.
no.
We're not going to do it.
Oh, like right this second.
No. I mean, ever.
I still want to do one where we record live while watching Nitro.
And I want to do one on OxyContin.
Yes.
So at least 2 more.
So as we, I think I only wrote down so after we did the predictions and I went through and gave the average ratings for like what each of us was giving.
Yeah.
That Kelly was 1.8 stars, I was 1.9 stars, and you were 2.1 stars.
Eternal optimist.
I feel like those averages are going to be lower.
They could be.
This was a really
They
like
could.
an exceptionally bad Mania.
Let's run down all the manias we've done as we like to do. Starting at 30. 30 said it was going to be bad. It was pretty good. 31 said it was going to be bad. It was pretty good. We were fools. 32 we knew it was going to be bad, and it was bad.
And delivered.
33 same thing. 34 cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
And it was bad.
It was bad.
So we're like, we need to stop. We need to go. We need to dance with who brung ya, and say it was going to be bad, and we did, and it was.
It absolutely was. So
It's the longest thing I've ever done.
why is Bobcat Goldthwait here?
I hate wrestling. Yeah, the guys come out and they did the things for the ladders.
I hope there's people out there that have no idea who Bobcat Goldthwait is.
Yeah, I guess there are some. I mean, like Bobcat hasn't done that since the 90s.
The 90s, yeah. Okay, now do Gilbert Gottfried.
Amiago! I don't
Parrot.
That's
Affleck.
Not, there you go. Affleck.
Okay, now do Booger from Nerds.
Yeah,
No, that's Ogre.
Oh, that's Ogre.
Yeah.
You idiot.
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, there's some real interesting stuff in it.
Oh,
I hear
third-
it's real. It's real chill about rape.
Yeah.
The third one has a full-on rape in it.
Nice.
is Booger a nerd or is he just a disgusting pig?
He's a disgusting pig
Like,
man. That's all it is.
I don't
Yeah,
see
it
him-
sounded like they didn't exactly understand what nerds were.
I think nerd is a loose term. It's literally anyone who's not cool.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
So you're a nerd.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Kelly's
that's,
cool.
That's not true.
Kelly's cool because he's got a big dick.
Oh, his secret's exposed on the podcast.
Oh, like we've never talked about it on podcast before, Kelly. When we last night after the movie, Kelly and I saw John Wick 3 last night. We both had to pee, and but it was like the lineups were huge after the movie because I guess several movies in the theater let out at the same time. So we both just were like, "Fuck it, we'll hold till we get home." But as we're walking to the parking lot, we were in the overflow parking lot, which is like away from the theater, and Kelly was like, I'm just gonna go in the bushes. I'm like, yeah, I guess me too. And so we go and we're peeing, but like cars are leaving the parking lot on the other side, and every time their lights come by, we think that they're driving the car like into the overflow.
But there's no pass.
So we're kind of like, Kelly's like, every time that happens, I think that they're coming like towards us, and I go, wow, it's not really a concern for me because my dick doesn't hang down to my knees.
I also had a peeing outside after a movie thing. This was a while ago. It was in Richmond. Not that anyone listening fucking cares what theater it was.
It's a new trend.
Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia.
It's dabbing. This is the new dabbing.
Yeah.
But it was like the last movie, so it got out like 12:30 or 1 a.m. or whatever. And it was one of those where just like you get out and they lock the doors behind you.
Yeah, they're like, please exit.
4 seconds after they locked it, I'm like, this is the most I've ever had to pee. So that I go like behind a dumpster, and then
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
You got another thing?
Yes, you'll finish yours.
No, just mine was. I just got the giggles while I was doing it because literally, like, just out of nowhere, just popped into my head, like to the tune of "Wave of Mutilation" by the Pixies. I just started singing out loud to myself and laughing. This is public urination, and just laughing while people people could hear me.
The life you live, Scott.
It was great.
The life you live.
You had another thing.
I will save it for after because it's quite a story. it's like kind of disgusting.
I mean, what, you don't want the public to hear it?
Well, I'm fine telling people about it. It's just that like it's. I'll save it for the end.
Okay.
It'll be the treat for getting through this.
So when we did the preview, it was before the card was finalized. So there was some stuff.
But to be fair, that was a week before the show.
It was like 2 days before. So there's some stuff that we obviously didn't predict. Like, well, mainly the Raw Tag Team title match because we didn't know it was officially happening.
Or the SmackDown tag match?
Or the SmackDown tag match, which I almost perfectly guessed.
Yeah.
And,
which is a trend.
And also, we didn't really know like all of the people that were in the Battle Royals and stuff.
Right.
So we just sort of like took our best guess. I don't know if I want to go off of the order that they happened on the pay-per-view or the order that we predicted them.
I guess I'll go in order of the pay-per-view.
Okay. So the first match...
I don't want to get off on a rant here, but
it's
Dennis Miller is
first
bad.
match of the evening was the Cruiserweight title match. Buddy Murphy, Tony Nese, Scott Henson, you predicted 2.5. Kelly Summers said 2 3/4. I said 2. Dave Meltzer said 3.5. We all said Buddy Murphy would win. We were all wrong.
We're all wrong
Yeah.
because he didn't have as many muscles as Tony Nese.
Correct. If you got an 8-pack, you win.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
I don't remember this being like anything special.
It was.
I honestly don't. I remember a couple cool moves.
It
and
was.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It was fine.
But it wasn't
It-
like. And also too, it doesn't help when like most of the crowd isn't even there.
Yeah. There's no heat, and it was the first in a long trend on the night of out of nowhere finishes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And like kind of underwhelming finishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a guy who's winning hits like low key like a small move, finish, pin. Oh, okay. There's no
but
no back and forth.
no drama.
Yeah.
Well, I'll wait till we get to the match where I kind of started noticing that before I say something about
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I mean, personally, I'm fine with my 2 rating. Like, whatever. I don't care.
I mean, I think it was decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like 2 3/4.
Is that what I gave it?
I think you
You gave it 2 3/4.
Yeah, I'd probably keep it as that.
stick with it. Yeah. I predicted 2.5.
Half.
I'm surprised I was that
Low on it.
pessimistic going into it.
But I think it's because we knew...
I guess because I know I don't like Tony Nese. So yeah.
Who does? Apparently Vince. So the next one was the Women's Battle Royal. This was you, Scott Henson. I allowed you to have the field.
Yes. Was it Oscar
It was
versus
Oscar
the field?
versus the field.
Yes.
Kelly had Naomi. I had Lacey Evans. Scott, you gave it a dud. Or you predicted a dud. Kelly predicted a dud. And I predicted 1/4 of a star. Dave Meltzer gave it 2 1/4 stars. I mean, there was a lot of really funny bad stuff in this match.
Dana Brooks, like low bridge over the top rope.
Dana
thing was
and
so funny.
and everything that Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville did was awesome.
Oh, it was so funny.
It was the most like, I know my spot, but the other person needs to start running, and she just did it anyways. And then Sonya had to like run and go over the rope pretty blatantly, like out of time, which was hilarious.
Good stuff.
Again, I am totally fine with my 1/4 of a star. It did nothing for me. There was nothing memorable from it.
Yeah, what does one rate that?
Yeah.
It's not 2 1/4.
No.
That's too high.
No.
Is it 1? Is it 1 star?
I could say 1.
We're gonna go 1.
Yeah, I'll go with 1.
So the next one was the revival, and as Scott wrote down, the
Edgeheads?
Edgeheads.
Because I have current references.
To be fair, the last time they were a team and relevant was the Edgeheads.
How about the Edge give heads?
Two Edge?
2 Edge.
Nice.
They're both they both Ryder gets the left half shaft and Hawkins gets right half.
Ooh. Oh, it's a real 696.
It's a 696.
Ooh, double POV blowjob.
Double.
My favorite position.
Meltzer gave it 3 stars.
Really?
It was fine.
I think it was worked fine.
Yeah.
I think did it get surprisingly a lot of
Yes,
time?
it went really long.
But I think it seems like they got more time than they were expecting.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like a lot of stalling. And like rest holds.
And like a lot of heat too. Like
Yeah,
way,
a lot
way,
of heat.
way too much heat.
A lot of heat.
I will tell you the time in a second.
Yeah, I feel like it was surprisingly long for a pre-show match.
This is going to be
13.
Yeah,
Wow.
and we're expecting like 6 or 7.
That's 4 minutes, almost 4 minutes more than the Cruiserweight title match.
Yeah. Yeah, it was okay and nothing wrong with it. Yeah, but I remember it being slow and just a lot of heat.
Yeah, it was a revival match. Like
Yeah.
it just went a little long. That's all
How about the revival? And it's
for guys only.
just for men.
I feel like it's already just for guys because wrestling's only for guys. Because if you're a girl who
Guys,
likes wrestling, you're a fucking weirdo.
That's true. Women wrestling fans.
I would never date a woman wrestling fan.
Women wrestling fans are the only thing worse than male
I
wrestling
would
fans.
also never date a woman. So
Yeah.
oh,
That's 2 strikes.
P.S.
Women wrestling fan, 2 strikes
Yeah,
already.
P.S. This is my coming out party. So the next one is the men's battle royal, which Scott,
which despite winning, hurt Braun Strowman's career.
yeah, Scott, you said 1 star. Kelly said 1 star. I said 1.5 stars. You said Braun. Kelly and I both said Gronk.
Should have said Michael Che. Would've been
Meltzer
close.
gave it a 1.5.
So Meltzer gave it less than the women's.
Yeah. Ooh, I got the same one as Meltzer, so I'm going to keep it.
Yeah,
Well, if Meltzer says it's 1.5, then it's
good
1.5.
enough for you because all of Meltzer's star ratings have been correct.
I mean, so far I haven't changed any of mine because I feel like they were like
You've nailed everything.
Well, I'm not going to argue that the women's battle royal wasn't a 1.5 or 1.25 star. Like it's nothing. So why does it matter if I give it a 2.5
Yeah.
or a 1? You know, when we get to the main card and there's more actual matches,
We'll
then yeah,
a little more with it.
yeah.
Was it better? So you have it. You have the men's as better with your ratings.
For me, yes. For Meltzer, no.
Was it better? Yeah, Braun forgot every spot.
Yeah, managed to get both Harper and Ali hurt.
Yeah,
and
got Harper in trouble.
In trouble.
Ali hurt.
Look, when you're a horse in a man costume,
That's
true.
You can't get everything
It
right.
can't-
It's
be-
amazing.
Yeah.
He's on 2 legs.
Yeah.
It can't be easy to be a horse who wrestles.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's true. We're not cutting enough slack for a wrestling horse.
But what do you think on your star rating?
I'm trying to decide if it's better or worse than the women's.
I'm sticking with 1.5 because that is 1.25 star better than the women's.
Do I just cop out and give them both 1?
I mean, you
Do I take the coward's way out?
Like I said to you at 7-Eleven earlier, you live your life, Scott, and don't let anybody tell you you can't.
Good advice.
If you want to do some sex tourism, I'm not going to be the one to stop you.
But will you come with me?
That's a different story.
Well,
That's different questions.
Follow-up question. Will you be the sex tourism? I'd like to go on a Drewcation.
You can't afford it, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to give them both 1 because I'm a coward.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Kelly? Also a 1?
You can't.
What
No,
did I
no
give it?
copying.
You gave it a 1.
No copying.
Here's the thing. This is going to be a common trend throughout this.
I don't care.
No. The show was so fucking long and bad. I don't remember most of the things that happened.
If I asked you, was blank in the Battle Royal, would you even be able to remember?
Oh, probably not.
No.
Mabel.
Curtis Axel.
No idea. Was he?
Yes.
Okay.
Mabel.
I think he's dead. Also, I forgot until watching that documentary when he changed his gear to the straps. Oh my lord!
Oh, Big Daddy V?
Yeah.
Oh, those tits.
Mean
those
Son
tits.
and Mean Moon
Those
on the
tits.
tits.
But like he always had one strap like holding one of them
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm trying.
I feel like you're overthinking
Might
this.
I reiterate? No copying. Don't be a copier.
One.
Wait, what did you order? Oh, that's what I was going to order.
Wait,
So no, I can't order.
Yeah, I know who that is. 1 in 16. Yeah, 1.
Damn it.
Too late.
He copied.
Too late. I already wrote 1 and 1/16 of a star. That's just like the very tip of one of the star
But it's the
points.
pointy tip. So.
Yeah, it's pointy tip.
Speaking of pointy tips.
Okay. Well, now at least we get to the main roster where in theory things are actual.
In theory!
So the first match on the show surprised everyone.
Oh, yeah.
That was Brock and Seth
the
Rollins.
Universal title match,
Which
which was not decided to be first on the card until an hour or two before.
I think it was half
showtime.
an hour into the pre-show.
Yeah,
I think. So
which is just bonkers. Like if I got told my match position got moved on WrestleMania an hour before,
as the title match,
I would flip my lid.
yeah. So this was first on the show. I wrote it down as number 13 on the show. So let's see. You Scott Henson said 3.5. Kelly Summers said 3. I said 4. And
I called Meltzer's rating.
we all said Seth.
Yeah,
And Meltzer gave it 3.5.
yeah.
I went really high.
I mean, they could have.
Here's the thing. I give it 4. I'm not going to stick to that 4, and in fact, I am going to give it a full star rating less because they blew the perfect opportunity to do curb stomp into the F5.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been so fucking awesome.
Hey, like, if there's any neck to do it off of, it's Brock.
Absolutely.
If you can do it with Orton,
you can do it with Orton, you can do it with Brock. So I'm going a full 3 stars.
He could have suggested that, and Brock would be like, "Meh."
I mean, very possible that Brock was like, fuck
That's,
it.
yeah, because
I'm out and I'm getting paid. Who cares?
this was obviously another case of Brock not wanting to do a lot at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And, like,
because of his hectic schedule.
put me on first so I can go home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brock was gone. Like, Brock was in his car by match 3.
Yeah. 3 from Kelly and 3.5 from Scott.
Yeah, so, like, what they did was fun, but they didn't do it for very long.
Yeah. And you're definitely expecting more from a match like that.
From a world title match at WrestleMania.
Like, Brock and Goldberg did more in their match.
Yes.
It was a lot of the same thing.
A lot of the same stuff, but they did more.
Yeah.
And had more back and forth, because the beginning of this was just Brock killing Seth on the outside for, like, 5 minutes.
And then it was just Seth hitting, like, big strike, big strike, big strike, big strike.
Over.
Like, over. That was it.
Yeah. Because, like, what was the actual... Did they ring the bell not until they got in the ring? Because if so,
Yeah,
the match
yeah.
must be, like, it must be
Yes.
2 minutes. Like, what's the match time? Like, I bet it's legit under 3 minutes.
2.5.
Yeah. So, like, you can... Like, yes, they did stuff for, I would guess, not a ton. Probably 4 minutes before that.
Maybe.
Like...
I think 4. I feel like 4 might be too much.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Like 3 or 4 probably. And you can only rate a match that... First of all, it was match time's 2.5, and even overall wrestling time is, 6 or 7. You can only rate something like that so high. Like, you can't rate that 4 stars. So... I don't know. I guess 3 is about right.
Yeah. Kelly?
Yeah,
I think 3.5 from Meltzer seems too high. Because 3.5 is like a pretty good match.
Yeah. It worked in the sense of, like, when Seth did his comeback, he hit, like, 3 curb stomps in a row, which is like, which makes sense on a monster that you're doing, right? But at the same time, you put, like, that kind of match together, you're expecting a lot more from it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was fine, but at the same time, disappointing.
And, like, even if you look at, like, Brock versus Roman, like, Roman had to do a lot more to try and put Brock down.
Yeah.
Whereas Seth had to do a lot less to put him down and then beat him.
Yeah.
So, I think it's also for me, the blown curb stomp F5 is 100% the biggest travesty in the history of wrestling.
That's true. That would have been awesome. If they had nailed that and done, like...
5 stars.
Another minute...
Yeah.
I'm going
Closer to
over
4.
I'm going over 4.
Yeah.
Because, do you remember anything about Orton Rollins besides that spot?
Nope.
And it got 4 stars. Like, it got 4 stars for that spot.
Yeah.
For the finish. So the next match on the show was the only match I was actually invested in. That was AJ Styles and Randy Orton.
That's right.
Oh.
What? How did we arrive at that?
I think I just said that I was going to be really mad if Orton beat
I'm gonna be
AJ
so mad
on
if
pay-per-view.
Orton beats AJ.
Luckily, Orton didn't beat AJ. AJ won. Scott, you said 2 3/4. Kelly said 2. I said 2.5.
Damn, we were justifiably pessimistic about this.
Yep. David Meltzer gave it 3 1/4. I will bump mine from a 2.5 to a 3. But I don't feel like there was enough awesome stuff in it. Although they did do the AJ goes for the springboard.
He goes for the
And lands back on the apron, and Randy takes the bump again.
Yes.
Which is a great spot.
That was
I
good.
like that spot.
That was a good spot. Did AJ... Was the finish like
It was-
his forearm where he got no
Yes,
springboard?
This is like
'Cause his hip hurt?
This is the starting of the trend of underwhelming finishes. Like,
This, very much this.
nobody went for their finishes.
Yeah.
Like this was a common thing that happened that night in
Yeah.
fucking WrestleMania.
That's the thing. WrestleMania is like kick out of finishers
Finishers,
mania.
yeah.
But like...
But not anymore, apparently.
Apparently not anymore.
Apparently it's beat them with your secondary
And
finish.
like, yeah, I appreciate protecting finishers, but like they've gone too far the other way now.
I was going to say, but also, like, yeah, it's protecting finishes, but, like, they've done so much actively in the last several years to make finishes look weak anyways.
Yeah.
So protecting them now doesn't do anything.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like it's just a band-aid on it, and now it's just weird. So yeah, that was the finish, right? That not very good forearm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like that's like other like than those two spots. That's all I really remember from it.
Yeah, it was a
raw.
random SmackDown match.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rating?
Oh, my rating.
What did I
What did I give it?
predict?
2 3/4.
I'm sticking exactly with that.
And you said 2. Kelly. Summers. Drake and Dragon Summers. Deed.
Oh man, I remember that. A part of me wants to stay at 2 just because like it wasn't a memorable match in any sense.
It was nothing special.
But I'll stay at 2 just
Okay.
because like I didn't once it was over I was like I don't care.
Yeah, you're never gonna remember
Yeah.
anything about it.
The next one is the SmackDown 4-way tag that I almost completely successfully predicted.
Despite not being booked at all
Not
when
being
we did the
booked.
preview.
So
Like 6 days before the show.
Scott said the bar and 2 1/4. Kelly said the bar and 2. I said Usos retain and 3. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember a lot about this match.
I
It's-
actually do.
Yeah, this was the only match on the show that overachieved.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best match on the show. I don't think it was the best match on the show. But like I expected Brian Kofi to be really good. And it was really good. But first at the time I didn't know this was even a match or who was in the match. But it was much more fun than I expected it to be. I think as usual due to Cesaro to some degree, because he always makes things better.
Yeah, I think I'm remembering a little bit from it, but
Like it was pretty much all action.
yeah. I remember Nakamura not doing anything.
Yeah, and has not been on television.
And has not
since
been on television since.
He's surfing.
He's
over a
surfing.
month. Same with Rusev. Is Rusev also?
I think Rusev was on. Yeah, he might have been the other guy who hasn't
Maybe?
been on
Yeah.
since Mania. Yeah, they're probably punishing him for all of his social media.
I think they're
activity.
punishing him for saying things on
on Soch.
the
On the
internet.
Soch.
On the Soch.
I'm gonna stay at 3. I mean, it was from what I remember it was good, and I'm not willing to make an adjustment because it doesn't fucking matter. You said 2, Kelly.
I will actually give it 3. I would like it. It might not have been the best match on the show, but I think it was probably my favorite match.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember watching that and being like, "Oh, this was actually pretty
Yeah,
good."
it was like one of the most entertaining for sure.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
What did Big Dave give it?
Oh, God damn it.
I like how you couldn't swipe your phone with your wet hands that you were sucking on for some reason.
I had the paper in my mouth. He gave it 3 3/4.
3 3. So he had it second highest of the show.
Yep.
Yeah. So and he had it higher than Seth Brock.
He did.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go 3 1/4. Yeah, it was good.
A full 1 star more.
Yeah, I predicted 2.25. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot better than 2.25.
All right, the next one is Shane McMahon versus The Miz. We all said Shane. Scott said 1.5. Kelly said 1 3/4. I said 2. I'm going to give this a -1. I'm not actually going to give it a -1, but it was real fucking bad.
It was bad.
It was really, really bad. Meltzer gave it a 1 3/4.
Okay. So at the Battle Royal levels.
It was just horrible striking from both of them.
Yeah.
Like, completely, like, worthless brawling.
Yeah.
Like, none of the brawling outside of the ring was even entertaining.
And it's almost all they did.
And it was just, like, The Miz being, like, very protective of his own body, and Shane just being, like spaghetti arm, like, all over the place.
Fucking
like,
buggy whipped up.
But, like, it was so just, like, the whole match was so just worthless.
Yeah.
And, like, all of the Miz's dad stuff.
Get in the ring, look like a fucking wet sack of shit.
Hurt the Miz's dad, because apparently he separated a rib or something. And then, like, even all the brawling, like, all the way back out in the crowd and up to that, like, scaffold thing, like, that wasn't even, like, a big, cool spot.
Because, like, they went on to a crash match.
And you could even see it.
A visible.
And then, like, the finish was so just, like, Miz does the suplex and Shane just happens to have his arm on top.
him, yeah.
Like, okay, cool, but it was so anticlimactic.
And now Shane's got, like, another, like, slip on a banana peel win today.
Hey, spoiler alert.
I mean,
what if this goes out before the end of the pay-per-view?
That would be impressive for a number of reasons.
Yeah. He didn't slip on a banana peel.
I'm not
like a literal banana.
I'm not giving it a negative.
He slipped out of his shirt and got out of the cage. Shut up.
I'm definitely not giving it a negative, but I am 100% giving it a dud.
I gave it 1 3/4.
You gave it 1 3/4, Kelly.
I give it a fucking quarter star.
Did you say a half quarter?
Yeah. I was deciding between half and quarter, and then they both came out.
How about the jizz?
And he's just for faces?
And he just can't stop busting.
What are you giving it?
That's me.
What are you giving it? You gave it 1.5.
I came to come. I don't know.
I fucked my dad.
3 3/4.
Okay.
Is that too high? Don't write that down. 1 star. 1 whole star.
Congratulations, you're a whole star ahead of me.
The
and
highest,
3/4
the
above
highest
Kelly.
rating of the bunch.
The
Nothing.
The next match is the women's 4-way tag, which
this is news to me.
Scott said Boston Hug and 1.5. Kelly said Natalia and Beth Phoenix 1 1/4. I said the Iconics 1 1/4. Dave Meltzer gave it 1 1/4. So that means that Kelly and I were right, and you thought it was gonna be better.
This match was ass
And titties.
and titties, ass and titties, ass, titties, titties, ass and titties. This match fucking sucked.
Big booty bitches that need to wash up. Don't get mad
when I don't want to fuck.
This match was real bad.
The Iconics are horrible.
Iconics are terrible.
I am convinced they were given the titles just to spite Sasha.
It was, Sasha was just grumpy backstage, and they're like, you know what? Fuck you. Then they knew that Nia was getting surgery.
Yeah.
And Beth Phoenix is a retired wrestler.
Yeah, Beth Phoenix hasn't wrestled in 6 years. I love that, you know what? Sometimes you get a little down on what's going on in the world today. But then you see all the people that were so nice to Nia Jax on social media when they found out she was out getting double knee surgery. Nobody said, fuck off and stay hurt.
Yeah. Please don't come back.
Please don't come back.
Less injuries on the main roster.
Fat, unsafe cunt.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything
Gunt.
like that. Huh?
Gunt.
They're right, by the way. Nia deserves all the bullying in the world.
Yep.
She's horrible, and
I bet your pussy stinks.
if she never comes back, it'll be too soon.
Yeah.
And her pussy stinks.
I'm gonna give this a whole 1 star less at 1/4 star.
I am giving this the dud treatment, because #girls bad. It's the I'm giving it the same sign I held up when I went to the premiere of Captain Marvel. Girls bad.
I don't even know how to rate this.
Kelly does
because
not know this match happened.
I apparently watched this match.
This is a
but-
surprise. This is a surprise match that they did when Kelly was in the bathroom.
Can I put down an NA?
Yeah.
Not
Applicable.
Kelly's star rating is NA.
Does that stand for beep anonymous?
Yeah.
It's like for people who want to like
Who wanna say it?
stop being no. Oh man, there's so many things it could be. So what is N-word anonymous? Is it people who like are trying to stop saying it?
Yeah.
Is it people who want to say it?
Anonymously.
Is it people who want to stop acting like them?
Too many options. I
Yeah.
don't know. So the next one is the SmackDown title match.
I guess there already is an NA, Narcotics Anonymous, but it's not as fun as my NA.
is it run by Jesus Freaks?
I mean, all
I know every anonymous thing is run by
every 12-step program is low-key Christian.
it's Jesus
Or high-key, depending on which one, but yeah.
or Senshi
Or Senshi.
or fuck my butt, Dusty.
Brandon
No one will understand.
Brandon
Sylvester.
Silvestri. There it is.
Voice actor supreme.
Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. We all said Kofi. Scott gave it 4. Kelly gave it 4. I gave it 4.5. Dave Meltzer gave it 4.5.
Yeah.
Dave gets me, and I get Dave because we're both Jews.
I love how you're pro Meltzer now.
Well, only when he's reasonable about his ratings.
I mean, you agree with all of his ratings. You agree with all his ratings for Mania. You agreed with the
every Chris Jericho match he's rated in the last 10 years.
Yeah, you agreed with Chris Jericho Omega being 5 stars. You agreed with him breaking the 5-star scale for the 6, 6.25, 6, and 7, and then all those 5.5s.
Mm-hmm.
You agreed with those. What else did you agree with? You agreed when he said 6 million seems like too many. What else did you agree with? Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I thought this match was good. I thought it wasn't as great as I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was very good. It very well worked. It didn't.
It was lacking something. I don't know what.
That's
though.
the thing, and it was another one of the like not that particularly built to finishes.
Yeah.
Like I was expecting almost kind of like a summer, like when he faced Cena at SummerSlam. Like that was a killer match.
That's great.
And like in a big with like lots of big stuff.
Yeah.
So I was kind of expecting, and it's for something like Kofi when you're winning your first world title.
Yeah.
You kind of want to do some cool stuff, I would think.
Yeah, they didn't do anything spectacular.
Nope.
Really.
It was just a SmackDown main event, like turned up like 2 notches.
Yeah, and given
More time.
25 minutes.
Yeah. I don't think they went 25, but whatever.
I think they did.
I think you're full of your own poop.
I mean,
I say
Everyone's full
they
of
went
them.
well over 20.
All right, you win this round.
I'm exactly right, aren't I?
It was 23
Yeah.
and a half and 5 seconds.
It was 23 and a half and another minute and a half, so it was 25.
It was so good. Yeah.
you've been playing such aggressive footsie with me.
Yeah, you guys are really going for it,
Don't
eh?
put your legs down
I'm
there.
feeling a little left out.
I got long legs, okay?
He's got
He's
legs.
got legs.
He
Put him
knows
in pants.
Where did I sing that? At a supermarket?
It was after. I think we were we went to Safeway.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he was singing at Safeway.
He's got legs.
Puts him in his pants.
Those are the words, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna give this match 4 stars out of a possible 4 stars.
Ooh. So 7. Because
Yeah.
that's currently the top of the scale.
Yes. No, I'll give it 4 stars. It was good. It wasn't as great as I'd want it to be, but At least Kofi won, and Danielson got to do
A pre-show.
really good things after he lost the title at the main event in one of the main events of WrestleMania.
Yeah, definitely got an undisclosed injury right after that, and even though he was back in 2 or 3 weeks, they panicked and turned Kevin Owens heel, so we'll never get the Kevin Owens versus Danielson match, and nor the Danielson-Kofi rematch. So, cool.
And then also did the clean job to the Usos in the pre-show in a non-title match.
Yes, the champions did a clean non-title job to a team on the other brand that they'll not wrestle again. And,
Not even Rowan.
And now just look worse for it.
Gotta protect Rowan.
Gotta protect Rowan. I'm trying to decide between 4. It's definitely a 4, but is it 4 1/4?
I'll keep it at 4.
I'm trying to think. If I give it 4 1/4, I think by my ratings that would make it the best Mania match
Ever?
in 3 years. Because I feel like definitely at least the last 2 I haven't given... No, last 3. Haven't given anything over 4. So this would be the best match since Brock, Roman, and then Rollins cashing in. If you close your eyes one more time, I'm gonna kill you.
Are you done talking? Are you done talking?
No. Here's what I think about something else. Yeah, I'll give it 4 1/4. What the fuck? Yeah, which I think is the highest of anything 2016 through 19. Maybe one of those ladder matches was 4 1/4. I don't know.
The next one is the highest rated match on the show. Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. Jesus Christ, were we bad at this? Scott said 3 1/4.
I mean, we thought it would be a match.
That's true.
To be fair.
You said 3 1/4. Kelly said 2 1/2. I said 2 3/4. That was optimistic.
Well,
Expecting to
I
let
mean,
people wrestle, but I
had
guess...
you told us they would not go more than
And
30
that Ray was
seconds,
hurt.
we might have adjusted our
Yeah.
ratings a bit.
Yeah, and knowing that Ray was hurt.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a dud, but also nobody's fault. Meltzer also gave it a dud.
Yeah, I have to as well.
It was like nothing.
It wasn't a match.
After
It's
that...
like Ray hit him, went to the top, Joe caught him,
Yeah.
match over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one is Roman Reigns.
But luckily,
Drew McIntyre.
Ray and Joe redeemed themselves on Money in the Bank tonight.
They sure did.
By having a 18-minute knockdown, drag out, lots of
With a clear pin for the
lots of
victory.
good near falls where someone's shoulders were down for 3 seconds at the end of it.
And nobody's face was bleeding
And
everywhere.
nobody's face got completely busted from having just eaten someone's dick flying at them.
Dick and butt, please.
Dick and butt.
The dick doesn't do that much damage.
I mean, depends whose dick.
Kelly's.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre.
This match.
We all predicted Roman. You said 2, Scott. Kelly said 2. I said 2 1/4. Goddamn. So close. Meltzer said 2.
Oh.
This match. Why even bother?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
Roman survived cancer and had to be on Mania?
Yeah.
I guess.
But like it fucking did.
They didn't do
nothing.
They didn't do shit about fuck.
Correct. Is that why I'm giving it a dud?
Is this your third dud of the night?
This is my third dud of the night, and there is still 2 more.
Wow. Good for you.
Look, it was a real bad fucking show.
I'm not arguing. I think they achieved 1 1/4.
Kelly?
It was any Raw match.
It was a first hour main event.
Yeah. It wasn't even a Raw
Except Roman wouldn't be on the first hour main
Correct.
event.
I gave it a 1.
It was just nothing.
Yeah.
Like, this among, like, I don't know, 6 other matches, if they had kept off the show, like, could have made for a sort of decent WrestleMania. but instead we got 17 matches, at least 5 of which are duds, according to Drew.
Yep.
So
100%. It's a real bad show. There's a lot of bad matches.
Really bad.
There's one more dud.
Really
so
shoe.
there's 2 more duds, and you know they're duds, so don't lie. The next one is Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus David Bautista.
Now,
and that match was Scott.
My question to you
Yes.
is this Hunter's what 6th straight longest match on Mania?
Yep, easily.
Good for him.
Scott, you predicted a dud. Kelly, you predicted a Confederate flag. And
I believe, did that for me.
I predicted a -1, and Kelly predicted a 2. I don't know why you predicted a 2, but you predicted a 2.
I have more questions about the Confederate flag than the 2.
Yes, Drew.
I don't know. Kelly was just feeling real.
Was he whistling Dixie?
Real Confederate those days. He was channeling his inner John Wilkes Booth.
I'm part of the Lemoyne Raiders.
Did this husband ever sing like "I wish I was in Dixie"?
Maybe. This is bad. This is a real bad match.
Bad and long.
Nothing
but like dumb stunts.
But Big Dave did take the best pedigrees of all time.
Right on his knees.
Right on his knees.
Like the way Shelton would take them.
Like barely even bent all the way down so that his head was like even close to the mat. It was like 9 inches away from the mat.
You know what they say? If you're gonna go out like a bitch.
Like a bitch. They did the dumb, like, put the chair over him, pull out his nose ring.
They did the nose ring dumb thing.
They did, like, sledgehammers and stairs
skulls.
and skulls and
motorcycles,
bats and metal.
They both joined the Skull and Bone Society at Yale and have to, like, jerk off into a coffin or whatever the weird shit they do is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
In a coffin?
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense. Where else would you jerk off? Gotta jerk off somewhere.
I mean, I'm not even in Skull and Bones, and that's mostly what I do.
Who's catching the loads?
Yale goes.
I mean, -1 is such a funny thing. I mean, it's a dud. It was like there was a lot of hilarity in the match.
There was some funny
which
stuff.
I enjoyed.
Yeah.
So it definitely isn't a negative for me, but it's still a dud.
the funny stuff brings it from a negative to a dud.
Maybe it's not a dud. Maybe it's a little above a dud. Because like it was an entertaining match for how bad it was.
I was going to say it was entertaining, not for what they were trying to do.
Yeah, like where the other duds are just bad, irrelevant, completely nothing matches.
Yeah,
at least this one had some like hilarity to it.
It did. I'll give it that.
I will give it a 1. I'm going to go up from a negative to a regular 1.
I'm going to give it the dud you didn't.
Good, because you already gave it a dud. Kelly? You stick with that Confederate flag, or
what is that?
You want to go to a Nazi flag?
I'm gonna give it 5 swastikas.
Can I give it the none of it flag?
If you can draw
If you can draw it, you can give it.
Yeah,
I think I can do it.
Yeah, I can't.
Let's
the none of it flag.
Let's see if I can do it.
For those listening and haven't been taking their Canadian Geography 101. None of it is the 3rd Northern Territory.
Oh, give me one of those books over there.
That was created when? In the 90s?
Was it 90s? Late
2000s.
Yeah. Just because, I don't know, because they kind of decided the Northwest Territories were too big.
I think they just decided
that it was bigger than most countries.
I think just that there are too many different ethnic varieties of Inuit, and just for reference point, that's what he's trying to draw. So
okay.
You will be the judge.
There's too many of these Eskimos and those Eskimos.
April 1st, 1999.
99.
The year of our Lord.
The Matrix. It's a Matrix year.
Not a great rectangle.
It's not a great rectangle.
Kelly, if you turn that around and it's not a blue duck, I'm gonna be mad.
It's close, but I'm not gonna give it to you.
Of course not.
This is what it looks like.
It's an Inukshuk.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's close.
It's close,
but it's not. It's not quite.
Yeah.
Also, you forgot a star. There's a star in the
Also,
corner.
your colors were way off.
I don't have any colors.
I didn't bring.
I'm colorblind. I'm a dog.
I'm sorry. I only see.
He is a dog.
I only see weird reds.
I will give it.
Oh, I stirred my mouth a little bit.
I'll give it a dud.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't give a shit about both those guys.
It wasn't great, but at least it was long.
At least it was long. At least it made the pay-per-view feel like it was longer.
Yes, at least that contributed to the 7-hour runtime.
Next up is you are dead to me. Is Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin.
That was
you dumbasses both thought Kurt was winning.
Look,
You don't hate.
look.
I said Baron Corbin, and I was right. Scott, you gave it a 1. Kelly, you gave it a dud. I gave it a dud. Meltzer gave it 1 star. I'm sticking with my dud so hard.
Look, obviously your dud is right. No one's arguing that. I figured, look, they let him choose his opponents to have not very good matches with leading up to Mania, but he got to choose them, and it was all good wrestlers and people he liked, and they're like, but you have to wrestle Baron Corbin at Mania because we like him and we hate you. But
yeah. Like, this is before we knew this was a punishment
for going
being
to TNA.
Fired and going to TNA.
Yeah.
But we figured, like, you have to wrestle Corbin, but you can win. It's your last match, and we'll never see. And you get something on the way out.
Deep 6, baby.
I was wrong.
Deep 6.
Now, I have said that the Deep 6 would be a way cooler move.
First of all, the move you're talking about isn't the Deep 6.
Oh, is it the end of days?
It's the end of
End
days.
days. Which one's the Deep 6?
It's the
Spinning backdrop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The
I'm so surprised that you know Baron Corbin's moveset.
I know it very well.
He is
I'm
your
a bit.
favorite
I'm a bit of a Corbin head.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Not lone wolfers?
We're called truthers.
Truthers.
The end of days would be much cooler is if when you dip the guy down, come back up, did a Spanish fly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think Baron Corbin's doing
No,
Spanish
but I'm saying
flies.
someone out there can do it. Zane, go do it.
Do it.
Me?
Yeah.
You know my history of going backwards.
He can't look up.
I am
He
sticking.
can't do backflips.
I'm sticking with my dud, which for reference point is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th dud.
Because you didn't give
Because I
Trips
didn't
and
give Drips
Batista.
and Hunter dud. Drips and decent.
But there's still time for a 5th if you need to sneak one in.
I mean, there's one more bad match on the show, or one more like whatever match. But anyways,
What did I give this?
you sir gave it a dud.
I'll give it a 1 for Angle being in the shape that he's in and doing a fucking moonsault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should have died.
That's true. Remember that time in TNA he did a 4... Well, I'm using air quotes, did a 450.
He did a flipping foot stomp.
Yeah. Was that on Sting?
It was on Sting, and he almost crippled Sting.
It was really funny.
Like he
was really,
was
really
told
funny.
to never do it again. Hey, please don't injure the 50-something-year-old man that's wrestling for us.
What's that?
As a 40-something-year-old man.
That was great. That was my favorite.
Are you also giving it a 1?
No.
Are you giving it a dud?
Yep.
Well, Scott, I see you're also on the train of giving duds.
I see you're also a man of fine taste.
1, 2, 3, 4. You also gave 4 duds. And Kelly has given 1, 2, 3. Kelly's behind us. Kelly likes this show a lot more than we do.
Yeah, I see by your outfit.
But I also gave it an NA.
There was an NA. Let's not forget.
But that's just a no rating.
Let's not forget.
No,
there
that's a not available because I don't remember the match.
it's beep anonymous. We've established that.
Is Kelly the leader of Beep Anonymous?
He's like he's someone's sponsor.
Boy, the last two. One of them.
He's Lil Wayne's sponsor at Beep Anonymous.
I had forgotten how late in the show this went, but that's because it's nothing.
Is it cooler?
Bobby Lashley, Finn Balor.
Oh yeah, this is another one that absolutely didn't need to be on the show.
We all gave it 1.5.
Pretty much anything involving Raw main event heels didn't need to be on the show.
I believe they're called the mid card of Doom.
Is that actually what they're called?
I think that. Well, that's what they've been calling them, like online.
That's
I don't know if
pretty
that's
cool.
what they're actually called.
The new 3-man band.
We all gave the 1.5.
I don't think they went long
Meltzer
enough.
gave it 1.25. This whole match was literally just Balor coming out as the demon.
Yes,
That was it. Like there was nothing else in the match. Other than that.
What was the match time on this one? It's got to be short.
The only thing I remember of this match is him powerbombing Lashley, which was kind of cool.
Yes,
Which is
that
good.
was cool.
Which that keeps it above dud for me.
Yeah.
4:05.
Actually, much longer than I thought. I
Me
thought
too.
it was 1 minute.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess nobody has faith in them.
The Powerbomb gets it 1 star.
Powerbomb gives it 1 star. I was gonna give it half a star, so I'm gonna give it half a star. Even though one of them is one of my favorite wrestlers, and the other one is Finn Balor.
Got him. Got him. Eat it, you potato-eating fuck. He probably doesn't eat a lot of potatoes.
I bet you he eats 0 potatoes. Yeah. No carbs, bro. So that brings us to the main event, which was...
Oh, do you think Finn channeled Liam Neeson and called Bobby Lashley a black bastard?
If he didn't, he's fired.
Give me an excuse, you black bastard.
I'm going to win back that title, you black bastard.
I'm the demon.
What did you say to me? I'm just getting into character.
I'm just getting into character. Oh, I got to go to a meeting.
Is Kelly Finn Balor's sponsor?
Oh, are you Balor's sponsor?
Oh, am I?
I think so.
Becky, Ronda, Charlotte, a match for some titles, and we all said Becky. Scott said 4. Kelly said 3 1/4. I said 3. Meltzer gave it 3.
I said 4, really.
You said 4.
I guess when
I thought it was fine.
When I wore a younger man's clothes,
yeah,
because like they're the main event, they were going to practice the ever loving shit out of it, and I'm like, and they're going to try to be really good, and it wasn't that good. Wasn't that good? It had no heat.
Yeah,
the crowd was. I mean, that's not their fault.
Not
the crowd was dead.
Yeah.
The crowd had been killed.
Yeah.
You really need to go to a Wrestle Kingdom scenario where you go to 2 days. All of the unimportant stuff on the first day, and then all of the important stuff on the second day.
I wonder how that's going to work because like they gotta sell
double
2 days worth of Tokyo.
I
Dome
bet you
tickets.
they can, though. I bet you they could. First day's main event will be IC. Second day's main event will be IWGP.
Yeah,
And then
it's gonna have to be a big IC match.
And then the second matches on both shows will be like
those guys
big grudge matches or something, you know. But yeah, the crowd was dead.
Yeah.
I also there was a lot of things that I feel like Ronda wasn't fully invested in the match a lot of the time.
And she broke her hand.
And she also took that weird bump out of the ring.
Yeah.
Where she didn't get hurt, but it was you could have done that in a much safer way.
Oh no, she looked like she died. That was crazy.
Yeah. And then of course the finish was blown.
Completely blown. And will never be followed up on because she gone.
She got pregnant, and she had surgery.
I mean, she was put on Earth was that Travis Brown baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised
Which
if
is
she
funny
comes
because that's
back.
why I thought I was put on Earth. But so now I have to find a new purpose.
You gotta find a new Travis Brown. I'm fine with sticking with my 3. I don't know that it was any better or any worse. It was just whatever.
Yeah, I'm in the 2.5 to 3 range. So I guess that means I'm 2 3/4. But it was disappointing. It should have been better.
What did I give it? 3?
You get 3 1/4.
I'd probably give it 2 3/4 as well.
They blew the goddamn finish of WrestleMania.
WrestleMania of the main event, and I even remember when
it's the worst Mania finish since Hogan Sid.
I remember when Becky won that there was no crowd reaction.
No, and
at all.
there should have been.
There was no pop. It was sort of just like it's
Oh,
over.
okay.
It's over?
And yet another out of nowhere finish, a fucking crucifix.
Yeah, with shoulders up.
With shoulders up.
Not even her finish.
A special kind of crucifix where you don't actually pin them.
Not even her finish.
Kelly, you were going to say where you started noticing that it was all these underwhelming finishes? Was it AJ Orton?
It was AJ Orton.
Okay.
Because I was like, even though I think that was only the second time it happened, I was like, this feels like this is going to be a trend. Because they did that a couple WrestleManias ago when it was, it started with Jericho Steen, where he finished him with a powerbomb on the apron. A normal spot he does in every match.
Oh, yeah, powerbomb on the apron, roll him in, and pin him. Yeah.
I'm like, this feels like this is going to happen a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Jericho
Owens, as per Vince, the worst WrestleMania match.
Yeah. Hated it.
Yeah. Don't know why. It was probably probably top 3 on that show, top 3 or 4. Like it wasn't anything special, but it was a fine match. It's because Vince hates Owens, right?
Yeah. I mean, he hates Owens and Zayn so much, probably because they are incredibly difficult to deal with backstage. Because all they do is like come up with dumb ideas.
I mean, it's because they have personalities and aren't. It's because they're not robots. I think is the main thing that angers him.
That is true.
They're not part of your system, man.
Oh boy,
this isn't my dad. It's a cell phone.
I am currently in the process of calculating average match ratings for the show.
Oh, you could just tell them to me and I could do it.
Kelly and I have both gone down from our originals. I haven't done Scott's yet, but I feel like yours is also going to be down. Because there's a lot of duds.
There's a lot of duds.
And NA.
How did you work in the NA?
I just counted it as 0.
NA's not the same as a dud.
I counted it as 0.
No, you did it wrong.
So what you're saying is I should just not include it in the total?
You don't include it and you divide it by 1 less.
Okay, well then give me a second. Feel some dead air, Scott.
That's all my story.
Oh, Kelly's a story.
Oh, God.
That's gross.
Yeah. So, I've told them this before, but I am certain that at my gym there is a guy who's pooping in the urinal.
That's right.
Because every time I go to use this urinal, there's a toilet. When you walk in, there's the toilets, and then just like a couple feet away is the urinals. But the poop strong is strongest at the urinals.
I'm sorry, Poop Strong? Is that one of the characters from Homestar Runner?
Yeah. The poop smell is strongest at the urinals. So this morning, I went down there and
so this is an addendum to like today?
Yeah, today.
Okay.
So I did my work, whatever. I really had to pee, and I ran in there, and it was one of those, oh boy, like this is gonna be one of those photo finish kind of pees. And I get to the urinal, and I've got it out, and I'm just about to pee.
You've got what out?
What do you think?
I don't know, tell me.
My wiener.
I like to hear you say it.
I am like it. The pee is like on its way out. There is
urethra is half full.
Yeah, there is a brown streak.
Yes,
in the urinal.
Yes.
So someone is peeing. Someone is pooping in the urinal now.
Someone's laying a big old fudge dragon.
I forgot to mention too. On the way in, I passed like one of the staff people who did not look happy, and this is obviously why. And like, but like, here's the thing: when you start peeing, you can't stop.
You go.
Well, unless you train yourself.
Yeah, but
I can do it.
I have not done enough training yet, so
got to work on that that muscle that's underneath in your gooch.
Yeah, the pee is coming.
Are you not doing Kegels? I told you to start doing Kegels.
I'll get on it. The pee is coming out.
Yeah.
I don't want to pee in a urinal that's got poop on it.
Why not?
Because I think it's because we were talking about that dick fish.
The Kendiru?
Yeah, I was like, I don't want like poop bugs swimming up my
I don't want to get Kendiru'd at this gym urinal.
From someone's poop.
There could be some sort of weird thing in the poop, right? So
he's not wrong. He's not wrong. It's science.
You know what? I can't refute your crazy thinking.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. The urinal that I'm at, right behind me is another urinal.
Okay, yeah.
So
they're lined up like that. Oh, please tell me you did.
Is a recipe for fucking disaster.
Please tell me that you did. Did you yellow monster?
I didn't know there was a name for it.
I think it's a guy on the internet who used to post videos where he would go into public washrooms. He was called the Yellow Monster, and he would literally just pee all over the room. Like he would intentionally pee everywhere and record it. So it'd be like all over the toilet paper dispenser, all over the toilet, the sink, anything that was in the room. Like one time he pulled down one of those kiddie changing tables and peed all over that.
In essence,
yes.
Because it was a spin, and it got on the wall, and then into that urinal.
Yes.
Now, luckily,
Yellow Monster.
I was like,
hashtag resist.
I was like, oh god, this is awful. And then, but the guy who had left, I guess, had seen this, came in to fix it, and I guess forgot something because there was he left stuff there, like paper towel.
Oh,
blah, blah.
no.
So Ruh-roh.
No. But yeah, I was like, oh fuck. But there was like cleaning supplies there, so I grabbed the little spray bottle thing, sprayed what I was on the way, like wiped. Like I cleaned up my own mess.
You didn't leave your shame there.
I didn't leave it there. I cleaned up my own mess, and then like threw it in the trash. Walking like as I'm leaving, he's coming in, and is like, and then as I'm leaving, he's like, "Oh, did you go there? You gotta go back.
You gotta go."
It was the Patton Oswalt where his child called the guy a baboon, and it was like, and like left. Like that's basically what happened.
All right, the numbers are in.
Ooh.
My average
and Trump is serving a second term.
Yes.
Yeah.
My early I had said 1.9 of predictions. My results were 1.3.
Okay.
Kelly's predictions were 1.8. He went to a 1.66. Now that is including the NA. So I negated the NA.
Okay.
And divided it by 14 instead of 15, so that's 1.66.
Correct move.
And Scott's was 2.1.
I don't think I stayed above 2.
You were 1.64.
Oh!
Slightly worse than Kelly. So Kelly liked WrestleMania
Kelly
more than
loved,
you and me.
I think we can agree that Kelly loved WrestleMania and definitely remembered that the women's 4-way tag happened.
Clearly.
Drew, what are you doing?
Pooping. I gotta pee. Oh, I gotta pee. Can we cool rice? Or can I pee on your wall?
You may pee on
Drew,
my wall.
may I pee on your wall? It's my new thing. It's the only way I can do it now. It makes me feel like a natural woman.
Yeah, what if this is my thing?
This is your thing now.
I can't stop doing it.
Just painting the walls every day in public bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like you can't even do it at home anymore. Like you have to leave home
Yeah.
to go do it.
It's like a real John Mulaney pouring the hot dog on himself. Just pee everywhere.
Drew, are you doing all this with just all the doors open to you?
Why? You're not going to walk in?
Kelly literally is.
Oh, no.
What's
you
that?
Turn it off already?
What?
Nope. You're listening to Kelly and I turbo timing?
Yeah.
It's turbo time!
Can I run too?
No! You're not part of the turbo team. You do not get to run. You walk.
Did you replace my toilet with a similar toilet, but the hole is way smaller?
Just for farts?
Is
that what's happening?
I need legal help.
Oh, I'm glad WrestleMania's over and now we don't have to watch any more WWE pay-per-views for a while. Oh no, we still have half of this
Except
pay-per-view.
we're watching this one and going to the next one live.
That is true. Although, you know what? I'm actually low-key pretty excited to go because nothing makes me angrier than being around wrestling fans.
Yeah.
And we're going to be around the worst wrestling fans.
And you thrive on rage.
I'm addicted to Rage Hall.
Exactly.
No, like, I feel like if we went to, like, you go to like PWG, like, sure, there's some like annoying, like, indie fans and stuff, and everybody's wearing fucking Bullet Club shirts and AEW jackets, but at least they like the same kind of wrestling you do.
Uh-huh.
But if you go to a WWE pay-per-view, it's full of all of the people you despise more than anything in the world.
Yeah.
And so just sitting there next to people is going to make me so fucking angry. Oh no, Scott, we've told people we're going.
It's fine. Look,
don't release this till after the pay-per-view.
This is the only place we're saying it. We're not saying this to anyone in person. So if you listen to this, you have the inside scoop. We are going to WWE Stomping Grounds, the first and last annual. It's this year's Great Balls of Fire in Tacoma, Washington on June whatever, 2000 and whatever.
We should just go to every one-off pay-per-view they do from now on.
We should have gone to Great Balls of Fire. That was a misstep.
Probably should have.
We could have seen a disappointing Brock versus Joe and some other matches.
And some other stuff. But until next time, I'm Paul Henderson.
What?
And you're listening to the Paul Henderson
Oh my God.
Show.
You made it the whole podcast and then just went off the rails. You tried so hard and got so far.
I don't feel like I tried that
But
hard.
in the end, it doesn't even matter.
There were some times where you were talking and I was actively trying to fall asleep.
I saw it. That's why I had to hit you one time.
I also found the pee-pee monster video, so as soon as you end this, I can show you the yellow pee-pee monster.
Well, we have important things to do, so we will see you guys later.